think as soon as I went to uni and I was independent and I had to pay my own bills, buy my own food, look after myself, even though I was perfectly fine, to be honest. As being the firstborn of my family, I'm always bore the brunt of all the slave work in the house.
I think it's very recent when I went into teaching, when I went into education, because it's like I'm actually responsible for these children, and other adults are looking at me and trusting me to be responsible for their children. And like it's the first time where I'm like I have an obligation to someone other than myself.
Well, I was gonna say the second I had my baby, but that's a lie, because I feel like even with all of that stuff, you having a baby, they still look at you like you're a baby having a baby. I feel like it's the first year after you've had a child and they've decided, oh, we can actually leave you to raise your child. That's when they're just like, oh, she's old now.
I get what you're saying, but I still think it was still like within like the first 6 months of my son's life, because I tried to go somewhere, they said, where are you going? Take your child. I was like, oh yeah, because we do that, don't we?
I noticed when I finished uni, I had to start paying for prescriptions. I was like, no, I'm an adult now.
When my dad cut me off at 24, and I mean cut me off financially, I remember there was one time my flat was leaking. And then I tried to fix it myself, and I was on the phone to my dad trying to fix it, and I couldn't get what he was explaining to me, so I twisted it the wrong way. My whole house was a swimming pool. I had to call the fire brigade because it was coming downstairs. So I remember the fire brigade came like 8 man deep. The fire kicking, bow. They came in, and I'm in my singlet and I'm crying because I'm just standing in the water. Like this. And then they just go over to the nozzle and then they turn it. And it was done.
When I dropped out of college to get a full-time job because my mum had cancer, that's probably when I felt like, the world around me saw me like an adult, because people depended on me. I had to run my household.
When I finished uni, and
they didn't even give you like probation periods.
Because I remember like when you graduate, obviously your what do you call it? That's when I graduated. That's when Facebook started to pop. So then I used to put as my display picture. Don't worry. When I first no job, no P's, no student loan, nothing. I still have to pay my phone bill.
You know you're an adult, but you don't necessarily feel like you're an adult. I think for me, it's like, you know, when you're applying for jobs and then you have to tick what age bracket you are, and then once you leave a certain age bracket and you enter another one, you're like
25 to 30.
Like, oh, okay.
I'm working now. I have money, so I'll give my parents money. So it's like then I'm an adult. If I want to do certain things with females or like bring girls home or something, he has an issue. So I'm like, which one am I? Am I an adult or am I a child?
Using with that. My parents, it made me feel like an adult. When shit goes wrong, my mom, like recently the pipes in the kitchen burst or whatever. My mom came up to me and was like, I kind of need a plumber. And in my head I was thinking, alright, but I didn't realise it became my responsibility to find a plumber, to make sure it was fixed, to pay for the plumber, all of that nonsense. So, yeah, man.
Getting your finances up, being able to sort your finances, being able to budget well, being able to save, kind of self-teaching yourself about mortgages and how to fix up your credit rating and your credit scores and stuff like that. Because I feel like that those are things, important things that can't speak for everyone else, but myself, I wasn't taught that in school. And all these things that you weren't told about, like, no, of course not. Or that you weren't taught about, like stuff you heard, like, oh yeah, council tax, not realising that, hello, like council tax is a big thing, and it's like break up in bands and this, that and the other, and all this stuff that you kind of have to go out and do your research on. And most of it is done in hindsight, like shit has to have happened to you to be like, that's not going to happen to me again.
Basically being responsible. If you want, like, say there's something you want, you have to think, do I really need this? What could I be spending this money on?
You've got to be a bit more responsible about your decisions.
You can't think about the here and now, I think.
In certain African households, especially if your parents aren't rich, essentially, like you still have to help out. So it's a case of finding a balance between your visions and what you want to do, and also being able to help out your parents.
And you're accountable for certain things. And even like, for example, let's just say I killed someone. I haven't killed anyone. But let's just say I did something bad. I'm an adult in the eyes of the law. Like, I will.
And we always talk about like motivation, but ultimately it's not motivation, it's actually discipline. Like doing what the fuck you have to do even though you don't want to do it. Like you just got to do it.
Facts, bitch.
I mean, I'm still working on that.
Got your job, got your car, whatever. And then there's just a point where everything stops where you've been told what to do. So you're like, okay, well actually I'm left myself, I have to guide myself, there's no more handbook for me. That is it. That's when I realised that, okay, shit, I'm by myself in this. And then that's when you have to start navigating in life. And I feel like that's when people start to question, maybe the jobs that they're in or the relationships that they're in. And you just start to question everything in life.
Even I remember like there's been so many stages, like you have no money, then you start getting paid EMA, which is only like £30 a week. It was only £30 a week, which is still a lot of money for somebody that hasn't had any money. Then you go from EMA to getting like 1,500 or £2,000 in one day, like when you've had £30 every 2 weeks. And after that, you come out of uni and you go to getting like maybe 1,500 every month.
I need to start making these decisions. I need to, okay, cool, like, if I don't have a partner, do I need to freeze my eggs? Research and stuff like that, because, like, for women, women, like, you're 20, when you're 20, you're your most fertile. Like, you don't wait till 30 to freeze eggs, and then the eggs that are left there are just, listen, I'm always praying to God that the ones I've lost in my period have been useless children. Let the presidents, the doctors, the lawyers remain inside my ovaries.
Mental health. 100%. I was talking to my mum about it the other day. Like sometimes you want the world to stop so you can just be sorry for yourself, but the world doesn't stop. You have to pick yourself up and go make money, go pay bills, go just do adult stuff. You can't. It never stops.
It kind of scares me because you can make all these plans like, oh, you can buy a house, you can have these children, and then someone could turn around and say, well, I don't want to be with you anymore, I don't want to live in this house anymore, I don't want the children anymore. And then you have to be like, shit, I didn't plan for this. But you have to like make it work because you're an adult.
If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be don't go to university, period. I feel like I wasted time at university and I could have done something else with it. Like, I'm not somebody that has regrets as such, but I feel like, to be honest, I went to university because, with African parents, it's like you go to school, you go to secondary school, you go to college, then you go to university, and then afterwards you get a job. But that's not how it is. Depending on what kind of field you're trying to get into.
Network more. It sounds so cliche, network. It's such a generic thing. It's even one of those words that I hate, network. But speak to people within your field that you can learn from and build on, because in terms of career progression, I wouldn't have made any if I didn't.
What kind of advice would you give yourself for like personal, like in terms of interactions with human beings, Nigerian men, human
Don't
beings?
date Nigerian men.
Oh God, stay away. What I can tell myself about this?
Don't date Nigerian. And do you know what's like, what pisses me off so much? My mum told me.
Oh God,
said to me, be careful. And I was like, you can't do that. Love people for people. Lies. Don't love Yoruba men. It's fine. Did it. It's done. That's it.
Just be like, have fun, like have more fun, like don't be too in your feelings, about certain things. Like just enjoy the moment, because there's certain times that you get to certain things happen and you're just like, oh, is that it? Like, you know what I mean? So savor that moment and also save.
Like when you get older, you look back and you're like, wait, how did this chunk of time just go? Like we was in secondary school yesterday. Like that's how it feels. So being present so that you don't miss those moments.
Previous years, I'm flying to 6-7 countries in 1 year, and they're not small trips, they're big trips. And each trip, I'm spending on average £700 to £1,200 per trip. And sometimes I'll be going trips back to back. Am I Kim Kardashian? Oh, guys, I've really reassessed my life, but I'm glad, under the age of 30, I've been able to see that, it's not every holiday you must say yes to. It's not everything event that you must go to.
26 years of age, I feel like I've been through it. Like there's a lot of things and a lot of departments that you can break down that I've been through, whether it be good or bad or whatever. And at times I thought that I wouldn't get through it, but I proved to myself I can. I think there was a tweet today or yesterday that said,
hitting rock bottom was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, I saw that, but from that guy, I had to
And I completely understood it, and I appreciated it, and I completely agree.
I would tell my younger self to do what you're doing. You're gonna be great. Just stay on the path you're at. But those piano lessons that the school offered you in year 9, you needed to stay at them. That's the only thing that I just wish I did.
I'd also tell her, fuck them. Whoever they are.
Fuck that. It's so true. Like, it is so true.
Because you're all, honestly, like friends,
everybody,
guys, everyone, fuck them.
Facts.
Fuck them. If they don't like it, fuck them. For real. Good and proper.
Just know you're going to be that bitch. And that's all that matters. Yeah, it's true.
Maybe the fact that I know myself more and I know what I want out of life, so I can work towards like new, mature goals that I've set for myself.
There's nothing I can't do. If I decide I want to go and do this today and I plan myself to do it, there's no one can tell me anything otherwise. So it comes with a new sense of confidence within yourself. Like even if you're not happy in your situation or whatever's happening, the confidence to know that I can do something about it.
I know everyone says it, but the closer I get to 30, the more I'm like, okay, like the more I'm like, the more I appreciate myself, the more I like myself.
Yeah.
Especially with this mobility.
I knew that was going to come up at some point.
I'm really in an amazing place, happy, blah, blah, blah. But if I was to look at your 20s as a whole, they suck. Because that's when you graduate. You graduate and then you get slapped with reality of like working in a working environment. I think working itself, you grow so much because there's so many things that no amount of school could prepare you for in that working
there's
world.
so many platforms as to which you can do. The fact that we can even do this now, whereas beforehand you would have needed sort of a professional kit to do it, someone to endorse you. You would have needed to rent out a place to do it. But the fact that now people have so many platforms to do things with ease if you put your mind to it. I think that's the great thing about being this age. The fact that if you put your mind to something, you can actually achieve it because there's many things to facilitate it.
Yeah. Even on my ugliest day, even on my sexiest day, I love who I am right now. I love me. Like, from the top of my hair to the bottom of my feet, I love me. I think, and sometimes people say, oh, you're so gas, oh, you're so this. I don't give a fuck.
You have to gas yourself.
I don't give a fuck. Who's going to gas you?
Yeah,
Thank you. If you don't love yourself, who the hell is? Can I get an amen? Amen!
It's clear when they want to take them quote unquote seriously and when they don't. There's none of this, what are we, where's this going, da, da, da.
Yeah, a lot of men, when they've been hurt before, when they haven't pressed it correctly, like when they haven't healed, I guess, they just hold on to that hurt and they're scared of it happening again.